Hey Taurus, it's your girl JD. High Priestess. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Sagittarius season 2021, baby. Yes. When I lean into your energy, and then I pull up, at the after party, you and all your girls, and we trying to get naughty. I don't know. I just heard that, a slowed and reverb version of that. And that's what popped into my head for you guys. It's giving fun. It's giving party scene, Taurus. It's giving you have finally gotten out of your shadow season, which is Scorpio. And I feel like you're taking all of the intensity and all of the deep knowing from the subconscious, and you're actually like applying it. And it gives you this ability to take off. Wing, the star, wish upon a star, wing it. Go for it, babe. Go for it. But what I do know is Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. They're rolling out slowly. For daily tarot readings, check out... Actually, by the time you see this, all of them are going to be released because I've been doing it. Anyway, and I feel like you're about to get all of the energy, all the firepower that you really need to do it, to go for it. It's interesting. I just had a vision of, depending on how old you are, there's this X-Men where Rogue, like you get to see her like earn her little gray streak. But I feel like you guys, it's like you earn a red one. You earn like this fire, this there could be like releasing something with someone with that had fire placements. Either way, my website is justjeverything.com. I do know that. And Taurus, it's really important that you allow yourself to fucking wing it. Yeah, pull back. You have it's like you get to master this, you know what I mean? You know how to do this. But for a lot of you, it's hard to, like, this is the hardest thing. Being humbled, starting again, building from scratch. It's not the hardest thing, but it's just like you may be opposed to this kind of childlike joy and energy that comes in, but like you trust yourself now. Go for it. Hydrate, light it if you got it. Hydrating, staying in motion, and getting outside are going to be really important all Sagittarius season. It will only do what it's meant to do to lift you up. I'm doing short astrological notes because we need to be just living and learning, like behaving in such a way that not that we're on the out, not that we're on the lookout for disasters to fucking sidestep. It's time to just let ourselves live so that we can actually assess what we've learned thus far. I love you. So really relying on your wisdom, on your ethics, on your morals, on your gut feelings, your intuition. Because on November 24th, Mercury goes into Sagittarius and your mind's going to be all over the place. You're going to want to party and bullshit. And some of you have fucking earned it. So use your own discretion. You know who you are. Your social capacity is going to expand. And I feel like you need to lean into that. Trust yourself to network, to make new friends. You don't need to, just because you make new friends doesn't mean you give everything to them. You like give the entire shirt off your back. I mean, you know when to do that, but trust yourself more to like let new people in. On December 4th, we have the new moon total solar eclipse at 12 degrees Sagittarius. I'm going to do a separate video for it, of course. But this is very teenager, like adolescent kind of vibe that it's getting, honestly. It's like very lightweight, blowing in the breeze, earth and fire. It's weird. I just heard, we don't need bombs, we got fire kites. We don't need bombs, we got fire kites, fire kites. Don't need nobody, don't need your money. clearly music is important. Clearly, like, I think dancing is going to be really important. Moving your physical body in a joyous way, not just in a way to achieve a certain fitness goal or something of that nature. It's like your body needs to be moving out of joy. The bull needs to like move around a little bit more. And I feel like this is the time you're going to feel comfortable to do it. That solar eclipse is really going to help us release some big density, lots of weight, and really trading ego and pride for deeper knowing, deeper understanding. This is the season of I understand. And I feel like there's a lot of hindsight, things coming to light that you really are getting ready to start understanding, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. On December 13th, Mars enters Sagittarius. And for some of you, depending on your other signs, it's like slow the fuck down. But for others, I do feel like this is a combination of like sheer drive, will, ambition, life force, sexual energy going into the realm of understanding. And I feel like some of you are going to like understand something new about your physical energy, about why you move the way you move. Getting to like the why, like getting to the heart of your why. Why are you doing this? Why are you that way? Lots of things coming to light, lots of things being revealed. And the same day that Mars goes into Sagittarius, Mercury leaves and goes into Capricorn. And your thoughts become this very fertile garden. And you're really needing to tend to your thoughts. That's why I feel like your thoughts, your heart, your mind is getting purged in Scorpio season so that you can really start a new garden, start adding more like colorful things to your garden in Sagittarius. You know, acting on ideas that you've had for a long time. I feel like it's going to be good. This is a great time for motivation and for thinking long term, planting long term seeds. The full moon in Gemini is going to be ushering in a new mindset on December 18th. So it's like the slate is getting cleared, you know, for a lot of us. And it's getting cleared because on the 19th, Venus retrogrades in Capricorn, and then Chiron goes direct in Aries. And so there is this huge period of reflecting on love now, business, art, your legacy, the mark you want to leave on the world. And all these things that you've learned about your past, about your childhood, about your attachment styles, your ability to connect versus attaching, they all really start to like, make sense. And you get all these opportunities to put those lessons into action. So, Taurus, yes, I'm telling you, opportunities comes and you get these people that are attracted to you. A lot of them are tests. Can you say no? Can you stay on this throne? Can you hold out for what you're actually like wanting? Can you hold out for what you've been really like manifesting? Can you compromise? Can you effectively communicate? There's so much that wants to come in. All right, Taurus. Like I said, light it if you got it. Hydrate. Empty your lungs. Take a deep breath, because we're asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Sagittarius season 2021. That's 3 cards. I want to go ahead and get them all out. Last 2 final cards for Taurus. I'll show you in a second. Hold on. Final cards. Final 2 cards for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Sagittarius season 2021. Patience. Breathe. What did I just say? That there are people coming in that are going to be tests. And I feel like that was just something that was a test. Like, can I listen? Can I hold out? Can I wait? One more card, final message. It's looking so good, Taurus. Final card, final message for Taurus. Sun, moon, and rising for Sagittarius season. It's looking so good, and you can't even see it, and you're not being allowed to see it. That's something that's even like the micro is reflecting the macro. Even in this action of me not showing you the cards right now, it's activating faith. You're starting to see where you're at in your level of faith. Do you have faith that I have some dope shit to tell you? That some dope shit's coming in? That the divine has some dope shit to flow through me so that you can really be open to just having faith, blind faith in yourself? Because the first thing out to be clarified on the selenite throne is your ability to have faith. Your ability to acknowledge and be self-aware that there's been a period of self-imposed stagnation. There's been a period of willful blindness. You've been looping in your mind about something, going in circles and cycles about something, but it's just fear. It's just insecurity. Swords are representative of thoughts, words, legalities, mindsets, perspectives, and what's coming up to be clarified is your perspective. What are you not seeing clearly? And what you haven't been seeing clearly is how good you have it. Some of you are really like stuck in some sort of a family dynamic, stuck or tormented in your mind or looping in your mind over money, prosperity. Will you make it? How will I get up? How will I climb? How will I get there? How will I achieve my dreams? And it's just like, yo, I feel like some of you are really manifesting from the wrong place. And it's for some of you, it's not about the superficiality. It's not about possessions. It's not about what you can have. It's really about how you can show up and be of service. So start thinking about the ways that you want to help your family, the ways that you want to help your community, your society, help yourself. How can you be of service? Not what can you acquire? I do feel like the first thing that's coming out is, can you free yourself from this? Because the thing about this Eight of Swords is she's not tightly bound, yo. Like, look at that. Like, she could easily break free of this and take the blindfold off, and then she'd see she's not impaled. You've just created this prison of thoughts and fears and insecurity in your mind that's keeping you from seeing your abundance, seeing your link to your prosperity, seeing that this is something that is just divinely owed to you. This is just something you will always be taken care of. You are always taken care of. It's time to really take the blindfold off. There may be something that you're looping in the mind about with someone with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements, but I do feel like there's an uprising of personal power that's going to help you reconnect with why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why do I do what I do when I know what I know? Why do you do what you do when you know what you know? You have enough support. You have reached, you're going in Sagittarius season, you're going to be reaching a completion of a cycle. The world is in your hands. There's something that you love, something that's the world to you, something that's worth traveling for. The world is worth exploring. You may be thinking about moving. Either way, it's something about it's time to take the road less traveled. And the way this looks to me, it's time to take the road less traveled and go into your prosperity, your abundance. Some of you are going to visit family, going to visit someone that you have a long-term relationship with. Some of you, you've been in a long-distance relationship, and I feel like maybe you're moving in together, or you're talking about it, or things are getting real in some sort of way. I feel like a lot of you are turning away from the party. I feel like there's a different group of you. Some of you are finally getting out of some sort of toxic situation, and now you're finally like having fun and flowing and reconnecting with like-minded people. Others of you, I feel like you may be turning away from toxic friends or people who just don't align with you in some sort of way anymore, and you're moving more towards like creating a family or settling down or creating roots or something for yourself. And you get to, either way, whatever, I feel like you get to turn your back on the outdated. For some of you, this is like turning your back on some sexual insecurity or some sexual fear, or there's some sort of sexual something that really gets conquered. I really feel like you get to flow through your root in your sacral chakra, and you're really getting to like address stuff in the root and in the sacral chakra in Sagittarius season, and it puts you in a position to quit being a groupie and keep it moving. You're going to be able to feel what's draining you, what's depleting you. Something feels like burnout. And I do feel like for some of you, there's some sort of like burnout with friends, burnout with partying, burning out with fun. And maybe that's why I like started the reading all lit, because you may really be doing this, having fun, fellowshipping, celebrating all the time to mask this, to mask the fact that this is what's really going on, and or this is where you really have been. I'm excited to clarify these in the Patreon plunge, patreon.com/justjeverything. Join the fam. It's only $8 a month. Like, you know, think about it. Anyway, this is Mexican oregano. That is invigorating. In Taurus, I feel like you're needing to really like take some moments to just sit and assess. Stop and smell the roses, to really appreciate all the abundance that's blooming all around you, because that's how you being grateful for the things. You know what really brings in abundance and what really gets the divine's attention? I can tell you this, I can promise you this has been happening since I was a child. I've seen it. When you are here, but you operate like you're here, when you know that you're here and you can't find a way and you don't understand, but you still just praising and being thankful and really operating in gratitude like you're here, but you know in your mind you're here, but you're like, you know what? I'm not going to let this dominate me. This is just a phase. This is just a period. This too shall pass. This too will pass. So I'm going to maintain operating from a place of this because I know this is my fucking destiny. And when you operate like this, options come, fun comes, the celebration comes. Like-minded people, the right kind of people, your soul tribe, those people start to freaking come. And it puts you in a position where it's just like, you know what? I don't have to deal with this. 5 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. There's cuts that are being made. There are people that have walked away, people you are walking away from, people that you're going back and forth with, people that you've been really indecisive about, people that have been indecisive about you. Maybe you felt like you were an option, or you felt mistreated, and now you're finally putting yourself in recovery. Your heart is finally recovering, your mind is starting to recover, and now you're starting to realize, Taurus, you don't need to be defensive. What you need to do is take the time to heal. What you need to do is take the time to recover. But don't be like no new friends and all this stuff. You wouldn't be no new friends if you would have taken the time to heal and recover and not try to just fill, whatever void there has been. There is something about, you guys have been stuck in some sort of emotional or maybe financial or rut, or like, it's like stuck in a rut maybe about your self-worth. And because of cuts that have been made and recovery, maybe some of you are judging yourself for how long this recovery period is. But I promise it'll pass. But acknowledge that in some way, in some area, it's time to strip the restrictions off. Taurus, your ruling planet is Venus. Venus is in Capricorn, so you're drawing and attracting all of this fun, all these options, stability, commitment, people that really want to invest in you. You're really drawing all that into you. But on the 19th of December, when that retrograde hits Taurus, it's going to be there until March. Venus is going to be in Taurus. Venus is going to be in Capricorn until March of 2022. It retrogrades and goes over Pluto, and then goes over Pluto again whenever it's direct. And so there is a lot of like shit coming to light. There is a lot that's going to be understood. You are going to see people's true colors. You're going to see your true colors, and cuts will need to be made. But the first cut that needs to be made is getting yourself out of here. Being afraid to see, being afraid to like assess the situation or see everybody's true colors or see everything for what it is. Let that fear go, because once those blindfolds fall away and those binds fall away, there's so much fertile soil and longevity and like real like people that love you that you get to fall into. There's real family that you get to establish. And I feel like for some of you there is positive abundance that you get to start building something. You get to start having a new relationship with long term, with a new relationship with longevity, a new relationship with security and abundance. What does that mean to you? What does prosperity mean to you? What does the wealth matter if your health sucks? There's a new relationship to how you take care of your body, a new relationship to how you invest in your body and what you feel like is fun, who you feel like is family. And you really start to go towards it. All right, I know this is longer than I wanted it to be, but there may be somebody with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements that you're either turning your back on or they're turning their back on you, but I feel like they're coming in to really, or they came in to really like ignite you. Some people, like there's this period, some of you are scared to understand who is here for a good time and not a long time. Stop trying to make everybody forever. Take the knowledge and take what you're supposed to get from people when you get it. I saw 22 on the clock. So there's mastery coming in. But also, if something feels shady, acknowledge that it does. Because I do feel like either way, that Venus retrograde is going to give you guys this huge, it's like attracting all of this stuff to you. Like some of you, I feel like you get a lot of the things that you've been saying that you've wanted. And now that you get it, is it really what you really want? What do you need to turn away from? What new desires do you need to assess or process or ask for? What clarity do you need to gain? Some of you have been putting all your eggs in this one basket now, only to find out that that basket isn't for you. And so you get divinely rerouted before you burn out. So just acknowledge when you're about to burn out, though. And that's how you know you're being rerouted. That retrograde is going to draw that stuff to you so that it can really show you, hey, do you really want this? And you get this long period of reflection of, what do you know about love? What do you know about art? What do you know about money? What do you know about the art within you? What do you know about, like, what is your legacy? What are you going to do? What can you switch up? What can you do differently? And those aspects, those conjunctions with Pluto are going to bring a lot of the shadow to a lot of the darkness to the light, so that you can break the fuck out of this, so that you can recover in peace and keep it moving. Because what is on the other side of this? Like, there is brand new cycles in abundance and money and health, and also a rejuvenation, new cycle in how you relate to and exert your physical, spiritual, and sexual energy. Have faith. Have faith that you are being divinely set up, because this is your destiny. This is you. I love you. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.